Archaeology is important as a subject because it's the remains of the past of millions of people's lives that are still around us, that affect what the world is like today, and is our responsibility to protect and preserve for the future. And it just helps us enjoy the world around us by understanding it. I'm Professor Karenza Lewis. I've been working in archaeology for more than 30 years. I started off in government archaeology, particularly studying rural medieval settlements. Medieval period is my main area of research interest. I've worked on scores and scores of different sites and have been recently awarded the British Academy Medal for Landscape Archaeology in recognition of the work I've done on medieval settlements and landscapes. The Masters in Archaeological Practice at the University of Lincoln is a broad introduction to archaeology in the UK, what we know about it, how it's practiced, and the ideas that we use to interpret the evidence from the past to tell us about what went on in the past. It's aimed at anyone who would like to study a broad introduction to UK archaeology, but it's particularly targeted at people who would like to go into professional archaeological practice, carrying out the investigations, the fieldwork, the excavations that are required when a site is threatened by development and needs to be investigated so that knowledge of it can be preserved for the future. We know the course is appropriate for the needs of people moving into professional archaeology because we've developed it in consultation with a large number of external bodies, both employers within the industry and organisations such as the Chartered Institute for Archaeologists, who are responsible for maintaining standards in professional practice and accrediting archaeological degrees. Lincoln's a brilliant place to study archaeology because it has such a rich archaeological heritage itself. Decades of investigation since the end of the Second World War into the archaeology have told us about its prehistory, about ritual sites at the bottom of the hill. We have the castle at the top of the hill that's still there, the cathedral that was the tallest building in the world for 300 years, and a fantastic museum as well, which is a partner in the delivery of the Masters. The University of Lincoln is a fantastic place to study archaeology, partly because we have specialists working particularly in the Roman, the medieval, the Victorian industrial periods. Also because we have the Rice Home campus. That's an entire area with prehistoric remains, with a Roman remains, with a deserted medieval village, an emparked landscape, all tied up together, which we can use to train and study archaeology students. And we also have a quite unique approach to teaching, where we are working with the wider sector beyond the university so that students will have access to expertise from people who are working in commercial archaeology, where they will be able to learn from people who are at the cutting edge of new discoveries and new techniques, and we'll also be able to get to know people in that profession so that students will graduate from our masters with their professional networks already in place. So the Masters in Archaeological Practice at the University of Lincoln offers a comprehensive course which will take you from whatever your current level of knowledge is, even if you've never studied it before, up to a comprehensive understanding, awareness and experience that will enable you to develop your own personal ambitions and move into a career in archaeology.